in US. I will say that the biggest blessing in my life is to come across Sahaja Yoga while I'm in college. So to know about such a deep concept while still I'm in college, and to be blessed to understand it and have the desire to continue it. I think I am forever grateful for that. And so I've been in this journey towards ourselves for quite a bit. Now I have two girls. One is in college and one is in high school. Both of them meditate, enjoy meditation, and also teach to others. So it's been a wonderful journey together, and the journey towards understanding the ocean of beauty that lies within us, and the journey towards manifesting it in this lifetime, and sharing with others. I think that has been very blissful all these years, and that's what brings me here on the Sunday morning to share the silence and the peace with you all. So with that, I just would like to ask if there is anybody in this session that is new to the concept of footsoak, which we are going to do in this session. If you are new, if you haven't been introduced to this concept, if you can either raise your hand or unmute and share, that will help us to quickly give an overview of what this process is and why we do it, what are the benefits that we can reap out of this kind of meditation. It is a meditation. It's kind of a cleansing form of meditation. So I see one hand raised, Gillian. So I'll go over quickly. For those of you who already know, will be a refresher. Gillian, I'm assuming that you had your realization, right? You have this experience of realization.
I'm not sure what you mean. I've done this meditation twice. So that, yeah, when asked for the third time, they put me in this room. Okay, perfect. So maybe I'll cover that a little bit when I ask that question. What did you have your realization exercise first? The first step into Sahaja Yoga meditation is bringing the awareness that we are the spirit. That is our true nature, and that we are. We have projections of who we are, who we think we are, and who we think we should be. And all of those are only projections, because we have not yet recognized the truth that we are the spirit that is beyond this mind, beyond this body. That is the silent witness that is pulsating every second of our lives. And so once the self-realization is bringing that awareness that we are that spirit, which is the self within us, and that's why it's called as self-realization, realizing that we are the self. And the way Sri Mataji gives us this experience of the realization of the self is that not just a mental concept. It is one thing to, tell someone that, hey, you are the spirit. But it's another thing to actually give them this experience within them, to say that I am much more than what I think I am, what I project myself to be. And that much more is the self. And that self is all the qualities that you're seeing here in the chart.
That self or the spirit is innocent. It is, pure desire within us, the desire to know the truth, the desire to be a higher self. That's what we are. And it is peace. That self is the peace within us. Sometimes when we are, we have moments when we are peaceful, just peaceful. And that manifestation of the peace at that moment is coming from the spirit. That is the self within us. And there are times when we are not peaceful, agitated, unrest. At that time, the peace still exists within us. It is these clouds of emotions, the clouds of perceptions, the cloud of desires that are preventing this peace from manifesting within us. Just like the sun exists and the clouds come. For example, today is a cloudy day for us here in Columbus, Ohio. The sun still is there, shining magnificently as always, but it is the clouds that are hiding the sunshine. Similarly, the peace of our true nature, of our true self, is always there for us to tap into, regardless of the clouds that hide it, right? So the self is peaceful, is innocent, is nothing but love, is eternal witness. Experiencing those qualities within us is self-realization. It is more than the mental concept of understanding that we are self. So that is what Sri Mataji has blessed all of mankind through this practice of Sahaja Yoga. So with that, we will go into the foot soak. So the foot soak is another method of meditating, and it is more so about clearing our thoughts, clearing our emotions, clearing any of these imbalances that cloud the nature of our spirit. And we do that with the help of the 5 elements that this body is made up of. So we clear ourselves very naturally using the elements that our body is made up of. Our body is made up of the 5 elements of, the earth element, this light element, the water element, the, air element. So all of these elements is what our body is made up of. When we do foot soak, we use the same elements and use them to cleanse our body. The way we do that is we take a tub of water and we put some fistful of salt, 1 or 2 fistfuls of salt in the water, and that makes the water salty like the ocean, bringing the aspects of the earth and the water into it. And then we can light a candle in front of us to bring the aspect of the light and the fire. And so we are always in this element of air. So we use those elements. What we do is we basically put our feet in that water and ask these elements, or take the help of these 5 elements to cleanse all our chakras, which are made up of these 5 elements. And that's the process of foot soak. At the end, we will have a cup of fresh water, just like you're seeing in the picture, ready by the side, so that when we are done with our foot soak, we will wash our hands with that fresh water, and we can then rinse off our feet and flush the water in the toilet. And we want to make sure that we don't use that bowl that we use for foot soak for anything else, because it's something that we use to cleanse ourselves and take out any other imbalances from our chakras. So keep it aside, just use it for foot soak. And so that is the kind of cleansing, soaking the feet in the salt water meditation that we are going to do. And then we will actually listen to Srimataji's talk on the topic of peace. We will focus our meditation on peace today. And anybody who doesn't know how to, the concept of raising your Kundalini with your hand movements and putting yourself into a bandhan. Bandhan is a protective cover around your chakras before you meditate and after you meditate. For those of you who don't know this process, I will go over that. Before we meditate, we want to express our desire for this divine energy called Kundalini that is within all of us. We want to express our desire for her to come to the top of our head and grant us that oneness, also called as yoga. And the way we do it, first of all, before we use our hands, in our awareness, in our heart and in our mind, we connect with the Mother Kundalini residing at the end of the sacrum bone with our most loving attention and our strong desire. We pray to her to come to the top of our head and grant us our yoga and take us into the state of peaceful, blissful meditation. After expressing that desire, we use our hands to raise the energy, meaning, once we are realized, our hands will actually carry these vibrations that will help the Kundalini, assist the Kundalini to come up to the top of our head. So we'll use our left hand, which is the channel of desire, and we'll move it along our spinal cord, also where the center channel resides, to the top of our head. So in the process of raising the Kundalini, the left hand, you can repeat this with me. The left hand is raising from the end of our spinal cord, where the sacrum bone resides, the triangular bone. Inside resides the Mother Kundalini. With our loving attention on Mother Kundalini, we raise our left hand to the top of our head. This is our way of expressing our desire for Mother Kundalini to come to the top of our head. Now we use our right hand to move this energy through each of these chakras. We are asking her now, please move through all of our chakras and come to the top of our head, cleansing our chakras and channels in that process. The way we do that, the left hand is raising and the right hand is moving inside out, inside out, inside out. And we do this 6 times to represent the 6 chakras that the Kundalini has to cross. And when we come to the top of our head, we use both our hands and tie a knot. What are we now tying the knot with? The all-pervading energy that is nourishing and sustaining this universe along with ourselves. So we are tying this energy that is inside of us with the energy that is all around us. So we do that 3 times. So we raise our left hand and move the right hand inside out, move the right hand inside out, 3rd time, 4th time, 5th, 6th, and 7th. When we come to the top of your head, you move your hand and tie a knot 1. The 2nd time, do the same thing, raise your left hand, your right hand over your left hand, expressing the desire for the Kundalini to cleanse the chakras. Come to the top of our head. 1, 2 knots this time. And now again, raise your left hand, right hand over, inside and out, over. Bring it to the top of your head. And 1, 2, 3. Bring your hands down, and now we do a bandhan, which is a protection. This is shielding our chakras from any negative thoughts, negative attention that might disturb us during the meditation. And we also do the same thing after meditation so that we don't lose the energy that we had just absorbed in the process of meditation. So the way we take the bandhan, move the right hand from the left side over the head to the right side, and from right side over the head to the left side. This is the bandhan. It's like creating this aura of protection, of auspiciousness around ourselves, so that our attention stays in this protective cover, doesn't go outside to the materialistic world and just stays inside in this protective. So we do this 7 times. Okay, that we call this as raising our kundalini and putting ourselves into a protective bandhan. Okay, if you have done this now, you're all ready for foot soak. So with the tub in front of our feet, I have my tub ready. So we just, ask our Mother Kundalini to make this water as powerful as the ocean so that we are able to get the same benefits as cleansing ourselves from the ocean itself. So we can say, Mother Kundalini, please make this water as powerful as the ocean so that it cleanses all our chakras, all our channels of all the imbalances so that we are able to focus on our true nature, the spirit, and allow it to emit its beautiful qualities through us. With that prayer, we can put both our feet in the water. I'm assuming you already put down your 2 fistful of salt. Put your feet in the water. And now that our feet are in this salt water, if you have not already done it now, it's okay, but I would highly encourage you to light a candle in front of you to bring the element of the light. The element of light cleanses our 6th energy center called as Ajna. The 6th energy center is where all our thoughts originate and take us away from our peaceful self. So it's very helpful to have that light element. And before you start foot soak or meditation, it's a good idea to take off the glasses. If you have glasses, just to free your face from the heaviness of the glasses and clear your Ajna. Now, those of you who already have your candle in front of you can look at the light and focus your attention on the 6th energy center, the Ajna. And those of you who don't have a candle, you can look at Srimataji's picture. Srimataji's picture also emits all the 5 elements because of the strength of her Kundalini energy. All the 5 elements are active in her picture. So you can look at Srimataji's picture or you can look at the candle and settle down. Let's relax our 6th energy center. Just relax the forehead. Relax the face. Just relax. It's easy to do and it's going to change our state. And one simple technique I tell folks before the start of meditation is to just smile. Smile to yourself. We always smile at others. In meditation, start with smiling, because that's the nature of the spirit. Just start with a smile and see how it relaxes your facial muscles. And the smile has to be genuine, full of gratitude and love that we exist. Relax your ajna. Relax your forehead fully. With that, let's put both our hands to the Mother Earth. Now we use the element of the Mother Earth. We just use the element of the light to clear our ajna. It's very interesting. I'm not sure if you can see in my video, but the sun has just come out, giving the light. Shining very brightly. So now both our hands to the Mother Earth. We will use the element of the earth and ask the Mother Earth to take away all the heaviness, all the imbalances in all our chakras and channels through the power of her gravity. The power of her gravity gives us the stability, the balance to stand firmly on the Mother Earth, which is spinning every second. It is through the power of gravity, which is the power of her love, that we are able to stand. And it is also the power of gravity that absorbs all the imbalances within us, all the qualities that are against our true nature of the spirit. Here, we ask for that power of gravity to absorb everything that is against the nature of the spirit. Mother Earth, please take into yourself, please absorb into yourself everything that is against our true nature, the spirit. Please absorb all the imbalances in all our chakras and channels. Please. Now we will clear our left side, left hand on the lap, right hand towards the Mother Earth. The idea is that we are desiring for the all-pervading power of love to flow through our left channel, our entire left side. It is also our left sympathetic system. In medicine, we desire for this all-pervading power of love to enter our being through the left hand, cleanse the entire left channel, left side, left sympathetic system, and give any of that heaviness into the Mother Earth through the right hand. So take in from the left hand and give out through the right hand, while we just observe with a silent, calm, peaceful mind, with complete faith in this energy that it is going to do what is good for us, is cleanse us. Mother Kundalini, please cleanse our entire left channel and to be one with the divine power of love. Please give us the pure desire Let's now clear our right side. We'll put our right hand on our lap and our left hand towards the ether. The idea is that we invite the divine power of love that is all around us through our right hand. Allow it to cleanse our entire right channel, the right sympathetic system, and take away all the heat, all the imbalances, and give it to the ether. Mother Kundalini, please cleanse our entire right channel. Please cleanse all of our right channel of all the excessive thinking, heat from excessive action, aggressiveness, domination, anxiety about the future, all of these qualities that are against the spirit, because the spirit just enjoys, accepts, and enjoys. Please cleanse our right channel collectively. Substance, the state of our mind, attention on the center channel, which is within the spinal cord, the path of Mother Kundalini to our yoga. Mother Kundalini, please grant us our yoga. Right hand on the top of the head, massage the scalp. You can do a minimum of 7 times, and how many ever times you feel like until your attention is completely stationed in that space between your hand and your head. Completely settle down in its freedom. It chooses to settle down on the top of our head. Mother Kundalini, please grant us our yoga, the oneness with the higher self. Raise your right hand, couple of inches above your head, slowly, inch by inch. And pull your attention into the space between your hand and your head. And here ask, Mother, please let me feel the silence that is within me, the silence that is around me. Please let me feel the peace that is within me. Please let me feel the peace that is around me. Please let me feel the presence of my spirit. Please let me fully identify with my spirit. Let's bring our right hand back on our lap, our attention on the top of our head. In that state of silence, we'll express the desire, Mother, please cleanse all our chakras and channels. Through these 5 elements. Please enlighten the 5 elements in all of us, in our physical body. You can feel the cool breeze on your hands and also on the top of our head. That is Mother Kundalini assuring us of our yoga, of our oneness. So with heart full of gratitude, we will open our eyes, express our gratitude individually in our own language, with our own emotions, to our Mother Kundalini for cleansing all our chakras, cleansing our mind, sucking in all our thoughts, and taking us into the state of silence. We can now wash our feet. Rinse off the feet with a bowl of water that you have put on the side, making sure not to spill the water, because this water is now something that you don't want to spill anywhere. You just want to flush in the toilet because it has everything that we don't want. Now you can put the water aside and flush it in the toilet later. So today's topic is the topic of peace. As we've talked about in the beginning, that peace exists within all of us. It is not something to seek outside, and it is not something that we seek because we don't have. It just exists within us because the nature of our spirit is peace. And the quality of the peace is manifested in our Nabhi chakra, the 3rd energy center. When we are able to connect with this quality of the spirit, our 3rd energy center automatically opens up and starts functioning in a very healthy way, which means all the organs that this 3rd energy center controls, like the liver, the spleen, the intestines, the stomach, all of them become completely fully nourished, and they do their job really well, giving us this healthy digestive system. So there is a saying that says, one who is peaceful is able to digest his food. Like, if he's peaceful inside, then his food is able to digest food nicely. And that's how it is that the peace is connected, the peace is manifested through our third energy center, which controls our digestive system and parts of other organs like spleen and liver, the entire nabi and the void bladder. So when we are in the state of silence is when we are able to connect to the peace within us. It really helps to compare our inner being with the ocean, how there are ripples of waves. There are huge waves and smaller waves, and then when you cross those waves is when we get to the peaceful side of the ocean. When we look at on the outside, it looks very ferocious with these waves, but that doesn't mean the calm doesn't exist in the ocean. It does. We just have to cross through these waves so that we are able to reach that. If you look at the ocean, right? If you look at the ocean from the top, like the aerial view, the waves that look so ferocious on the outside are only very small segment of that deep, peaceful ocean. Similarly, our thoughts are only a very small segment of our being, but they cloud everything. The beauty of our being, the greatness of this human body, and what we are capable of is clouded by these minute perceptions of who we are, what we think we should be, and what we think of ourselves, what we think we are and we are not. All of these perceptions are like this very small segment of the waves that hide this beauty that is within us. The beauty to be innocent like a child, no matter where we are, how old we are. We all have the capacity to be innocent. We all have the capacity to be peaceful under any circumstances and loving under any circumstances. So that's the beauty. So it's important for us to recognize these obstacles of thoughts to reach that peace. Now we will listen to a few excerpts of peace by Sri Mataji herself. And as we listen to her talk, let's put our attention on our top of the head, the Sahasrara, where most of our Kundalinis has already come. And from there, we will put our attention on the third energy center so that the Kundalini is able to connect to this third energy center and emit that peace. And those of you who are able to connect fully will feel vibrations in your stomach area, some coolness around your stomach on the left side or the right side, and also on your hands. So just pay attention to that. And keep in mind that we don't have to do anything. We just have to witness and let it happen. Let the Mother Kundalini work it out. So we listen to Srimataji's talk, which is about 11 minutes, and close our eyes or open your eyes, whatever you feel like. Whatever takes you into the state of silence and peace. Feel free to look at Srimataji or feel free to close your eyes, whatever works for you. We will all meditate together listening to the talk by Srimataji on the topic of peace.
So I have to tell you that you might be the highest of highest. First thing you have to give me today is that in your talk, in your behavior, in your heart, you will recite one with love. And the second thing I want to ask is that you should be peaceful. Try to have peace with yourself. Don't fight with yourself. That peace should not be lost at any cost and should not be also expressed outside in a way like I sometimes, my peace itself becomes terrible. But you don't have that kind of a possibility, so you just don't do it. You just don't do it. Never do it that way. Try to be extremely peaceful. Try to make your forehead relax. Try to trust yourself. Open your Agya, open your Ekadasha and your Sahasrara, and your heart will open. Once your Sahasrara is open, your heart will open automatically. So you will have a peaceful life. So today I am asking for two things from you. It's a funny thing that a mother has to ask for a gift. And the gift you have to give, first one, is that you should be peaceful. You should express peacefulness through your own character. Talking. Let everybody live peacefully within themselves and give peace to others, so that this peace will become a nucleus for the peace of the world. So your great task today is to establish a great source of peaceful people. We are so many Sahajogis here. You are sitting in complete peace and happiness and joy. You don't know. You are emitting all that peace, channelizing it and doing it. Now, for us today to decide, first of all, in our hearts, that we'll take to peaceful methods. When we are traveling, we'll be taking to peaceful methods. Anybody who is trying to provoke you or trying to create a problem or divide you on any issue whatsoever, run away from that person as fast as possible. Anybody who talks of peace, the peacemakers, stick on to that person. Then only you will understand that you are also getting peace. Here you have come to get peace, not to create problems or to listen to your problems, but to get to peace. Peace is a nature or is the quality of your spirit. So once you jump onto your peace, somehow what happens that you go beyond the cause and the effect. You are beyond the cause and the effect. So the cause disappears and the effect also disappears. So today we all have come here to worship the peace, the within and the without. Let us be peaceful. So you have your love, which is pure, without any lust or greed. You love others only because you are in love. And then secondly, you are blessed with peace. You are absolutely at peace with yourself, and you will be amazed with peace, wisdom will come into. You will be regarded as the wisest man, wisest woman, because you are at peace with yourself. Only in peace you can discover the truth. You can discover every solution that you want. You become very, very wise and sensible person, outstandingly great than others. You are not like common general people. When we say it's a Vishwadharma, it's a universal religion we belong to, first and foremost thing, the essence of that is peace. The peace has to be within to begin with. You have to be peaceful within yourself. If you are not peaceful, if you are playing tricks with your ego, if you are just satisfying yourself saying that you're peaceful, you are sadly mistaken. Peace is to be enjoyed within yourself. It is to be felt within yourself. So do not give wrong satisfactions to yourself. Do not give false notions to yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Peace has to be felt within yourself. And if you are not feeling that, you shouldn't come and ask me, Mother, why am I not feeling it? Because I'm not going to tell you that's something wrong with you. You have to work it out that you should feel peaceful within yourself. It is not that if you have too much of silence outside, you feel peaceful. The peace has to be within yourself. You have it. Your spirit is absolutely peaceful, avyakra, without restlessness. There's no restlessness in your spirit. Absolutely peaceful and steady. It is for you to feel it. It is not for anybody else to certify you. This is one thing. Secondly, when I'm telling you something, you think I'm not telling you. It doesn't register in your brain. You think I'm telling it to XYZ, but not to you. You are not in it. That's another sign there is no peace. Because there is no peace, there's no registration. Whatever goes into your head, that is going to work out. But what I find that people have concave personalities. Then they receive it. Those who have convex personalities do not register anything. The registration is so poor that whatever I say doesn't have any effect on them. Otherwise, whatever I say is a mantra. It should have direct effect on you, and you should feel that effect, that penetration within you. But as if it is for somebody else, as if it is not for you. This shows there is no peace within you. Only the peace within can register whatever is auspicious, whatever is nourishing for your growth. So try to make peace with yourself. Do not fight with yourself. Why should I do it? I'm so bad. I should not have done it. All these things you should not do. Try not to fight with yourself, first of all. Then you fight with me. Why am I like this? Why should it be like this with me? Why is it I catch? Why? How am I to answer such a question? It's very aggressive. I think it's very aggressive attitude of many surgeries to come and ask me such a question. Why? Because I can't tell you what's wrong with you. It's not in my culture. You should find yourself what's wrong with you. But it's not what's wrong with you is the problem. What's right with you is the attitude. Whatever is right with you, put your foot on that. Establish yourself on that point. And then develop yourself higher. Peace is the keynote, as I said, for universal growth of this religion. Out of peace comes the joy, the light of joy, the happiness. I wish peace for the whole world, for the whole nation. To understand, to give up all the strife, all the false battles for money and for power. All wrong ideas that they are different from each other and come under the banner of Sajjiva and enter into the kingdom of God, where they are invited with all respect and love. I wish peace to all of them, to all the countries, all the human beings, in their families, in their hearts, with their children, with all of them. Let there be peace. Let their heart emit peace. Their tongues speak with peace. Their eyes see nothing but peace. All this has to change. Tremendous change has to take place. The whole universe has to take a different turn. All that is hatred, hateful, ugly has to vanish, and the peace has to prevail. It is not the peace of the dead, but peace of the living. That has to come, of the body. I bless all of you to be the channels of that peace, to be beautiful channels of that peace, to be glorious channels of that peace, to be great children of your mother, who is so proud of you. May God bless you.
Let's continue the state of silence and allow the words of Sri Mataji to work out in our awareness, in our chakras and channels. Let those words of peace, words of wisdom, and words of love, let's allow them to work on us. Let's put our right hand on our heart Let's put our right hand on our heart. All of us together in our own freedom, in our complete freedom, promise to give up hatred completely, fully out of our being towards anything, towards anyone, situation, person, thing. Let us promise to give up hatred, expel it out of our awareness, out of our thoughts, out of our nature, fully, and promise to be the channels, the beautiful, glorious channels of peace. For that, we have to recognize the ocean of peace that exists within us and channel it outside. Peace has to flow from inside to outside. Let us promise in our freedom to become that nucleus of peace. Thank you, Srimati Ji, for giving us this awareness of our true self, of our spirit, of the beauty that exists within us, giving us the awareness of our strength, of our capabilities. Thank you for giving us the gift of self-realization. With this heartfelt prayer, let us raise our Kundalini and put ourselves into a bandhan as we conclude our meditation today. Let's put the protective bandhan around ourselves for 7 times, protecting our chakras to retain the vibrations, the energy that we have absorbed in this meditation, and not to spill it outside as soon as we go out, leave the session, so that we maintain the same state for as long as we can. That concludes our meditation. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you, Phani. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, everyone. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Such a beautiful meditation. Thank you. Have a beautiful day, guys.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.